Energy is the reason for everything. Energy is the reason for everything. When you employ an action in this universe, it's on the basis of the frequency in which you exist at. Your energy is responsible for your actions, for your behaviors, for your thoughts, for even your wellness or your sickness. Energy frequency is literally the internal reference to the external things in which we see today. So when you choose fruits for breakfast or you choose a hot dog for lunch, that's because at that moment in time you are tapping into a spectrum, a vibration of energy that correlates with the fruit or with the hot dog. So you gotta be conscious and be aware that the action in which you take is reflective of the energy in which you have. Something to take heed to, something to be mindful of. I say that segueing into my point of Andre 3000 and his new piece, which evokes peace. It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World. 3 Stacks just put out a tape, nothing like hip hop, not on the frequency and not on the vibration of any hip hop album anyone's ever heard before. It's not a hip hop album, it's not a rap album. It's an album full of binaural beats. And going back to my preface of frequency, if you are not on this spectrum of existence, meaning you're into properties of meditation, introspection, self-reflection, or just someone who might just sit in the room with no signaling, collecting your own thoughts, collecting your own emotions, to just get into a space of existentialism. If you're not on that wave, then this album is not where you're at magnetically, so it's not going to attract you. You're going to detract from something like this because it's not the vibration you're on. However, if you're like myself, who's been into binaural beats for several years now, and you have an understanding of frequencies and how sounds can provoke moods and feelings and evoke chakra representation to where you're almost healing yourself through sounds, then Andre 3000 just blessed you. I'll be on YouTube surfing the web trying to find different binaural beats because I feel like I done listened to all them mugs. So to have 3 Stacks give us this, at least those on this spectrum, it's indeed a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. But again, I bring it back to just frequencies. So this album is literally on a level of hertz, 432 specifically, if my ears service me correctly. The love frequency, the heart chakra. So it's opening up your love vibration and making you a more gratuitous, loving, peaceful, less destructive, less hateful, less divisive, less competitive. All in that one heart chakra frequency. Now, I'm sure he had different frequencies in there, but every frequency on that tape contradicts and contrasts the frequency in which hip-hop has existed for 20, 30 years. Of destruction, of violence, of murder, and not just with the rhetoric, the wordplay of killing, fuck bitches, get money. We know that's perpetuated consistently in hip-hop, but with the sounds. There's no 808s. There's no drums on here to evoke that type of vibration. These sounds literally mimic nature. You might hear bird sounds in his music. You might hear ocean waves in his music. You might hear cling, 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 little tingling sounds that just might you feel me, erupt you cognitively, open up a pineal gland or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a paradigm shift. And knowing Three Stacks and the type of individual he is, he's so far ahead of his time in all aspects. When he dropped The Love Below with songs like Vibrate Higher and most of the songs being of that essence, that isn't necessarily a hip hop album. It was a couple hip hop feeling songs on there, but the vibration was shifting then. That was an album in the 90s, I want to say. Early 2000s, maybe, but I believe that's a 90s album. Maybe early 2000s, correct me if I'm wrong. But Three Stacks, nonetheless, he's on a different frequency than hip hop. So it makes perfect sense for him to drop this piece. And personally, I'm glad he did it because it gives people who are there and who aren't there a chance to be there or get there. My favorite track, I got to go back because I'm the type, I like to be thorough and do my due diligence. So I listen to a couple songs per day, like 3 tracks per day. I think he had 9 tracks or 8 tracks. My favorite song, paraphrasing, I wasn't looking at titles like that. I was just vibing out. But the word pussy is better than the word vagina. That's paraphrasing. He had a long ass title. That one put me in almost Kundalini state. Closed my eyes and now I'm just vibing out to the sounds and I'm no longer in my physical capacity. I was in a chair. I had a joint, hit the joint a couple times, eyes closed. I no longer felt like I was in a chair. I no longer felt like my immediate surroundings mattered. Time did not exist. And I was in a euphoric, blissful state of being. I was in a higher level of consciousness with that song and with those sounds. And most of the album evokes that. It doesn't make you want to go outside and fight. Doesn't make you want to go start some shit. As hip hop has done so frequently in the last 20 years, 30 years, 2023, 30, 40 years. Hip hop is maturing. You know what I'm saying? So to see somebody drop something from a whole different spectrum of existence in the world of hip hop, to say the least, is groundbreaking. Most people in hip hop will not like this album because they're not on that frequency. Back to my original point. You have to be on a certain frequency. You have to be on the frequency of a hot dog to choose the hot dog. You have to be on the frequency of spinach to choose spinach. You have to be on the frequency of that person to allow that person into your life for friendship. So when people say, oh man, like my spouse wasn't shit, you went with him or her. That was the vibe in which you were on. So you wasn't shit either. According to the law of energy, likeness attracts likeness. And if it doesn't attract, it's a magnetic pull. You go away from it. Hate does not run towards love. Love does not run towards hate. It's a fictitious energy when energies contradict. So if you're not on the vibration, again, of binaural beats, of chakras and energy and just a spectrum that's intangible rather than tangible, which is the source of God and the source of the universe, if I may say, then you're not going to like this, but you might get it later. You might get it later. And I don't want to ramble and run laps and run circles around it. I just want to say thank you, Three Stacks, for again being ahead of the time and shifting the paradigm, because you're putting this out in a culture that does not have a good familiarity with this type of content. So it's going to cause discord. You're bringing in a pool of energy that has no understanding of this frequency, this love vibration and this chakra thing in a hip hop realm. So much love, thank you. As far as I love the album because I'm just on that wave of binaural beats and just energy improvement, and to the point where words are not needed for music. Words almost distort, you know what I'm saying? And it becomes so much cognitive when you try to interpret the words and the meaning that you're not so much getting the music aspect, but you're getting the lyrics. And now you're interpreting, and now you're in a realm of beta state to where you're critically thinking. Sounds, however, don't inflict critical thought in that beta state, but more so a theta state of meditation to where you're absorbing the sounds and you're not thinking as much, and now you're just being and existing with the presence of sound. This is why the water waves or the ocean waves is meditative. This is why the fireplace is meditative. This is why wind blowing is meditative. This is why raindrops are meditative. Objects and natures that evoke that sound put you back to that state of being rather than thinking or overthinking or overanalyzing. So the fact that a hip hop artist did that, paradigm shifting to say the least. So if you not rocking with it, just know it's just not of your vibration. If you are rocking with it, it is of your vibration. But what you must know in its entirety is that the vibration, if measured, is a vibration literally of love. So you have to ask yourself why you're not resonating with something on that vibration if the vibration when measured is love. And what vibration do you resonate with? Do you resonate with kill, kill, murder, murder, 808s more so than the ocean waves? Do you resonate with gossip and discord more than truth and enlightenment? Do you resonate with the hot dog more than you do the orange? So it's all about you. Not to be narcissistic about it, but what you choose and what you like, it's all about the frequency in which you exist on. So it's not that his shit is weak or good. It's just that it doesn't resonate or it does resonate. And for me, it resonated heavy, and I'm probably about to listen to that tonight. With that being said, much love to y'all. It's your boy Dame. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. If it's not for you, it's because you're not on that frequency. If it is for you, that's the wave you on. Vibe high. Much love. 3 stacks. Bless you.